welcome back to the house. Today we are doing an iPhone associated video. We will be talking about how I get my beige minimal aesthetic on Instagram. So hop right into it. The three apps I use are Facetune, Lightroom, and Mosaico. Mosaico is an Instagram planning application. You download or upload all of your photos into the app and you can schedule them or post them directly from the app. Also, if you click that little button there, you can pick the times of the day you want to publish them: morning, day, evening, night, and you can also change those clock times on the side. So this app I love because you can go ghost mode and basically delete, not really delete because they're still there, but you can see what your feed would look like if you were to take out certain photos. And when you press the X, all your photos come back. No worries, just a test. Now, the biggest thing I will say about what's improved my photos is shooting in RAW. If you have a DSLR and you don't know what RAW is, you need to Google it and you need to figure out how to make your camera shoot in RAW, because that's what brings in all that nice quality, you know, that nice Instagram high quality content. So I will be showing you guys how I edit some photos. One's a detail shot, one's a product shot, the other one's kind of like an outfit post, and the last one is a selfie. So let's get right into it. We're going to be using Lightroom today. This is going to be super easy. It's a repetitive process using templates. It will save your life and time. So for this first photo, what I want to do is crop the photo, because usually I do square photos because I like to see my feed with square, or if I really like the whole photo, I'll do like the long rectangle one. But the first thing I like to do is turn down all the colors that I do not like, and that's usually the pinks, the purples, the blues, the greens. Unless there's a plant in the photo, there usually will be no green tones in my photo whatsoever. And then I'll leave my reds, my oranges, and my yellows. Now for my skin tone, that's where I hit the orange color tab, and I'll either make it more yellow or red depending on how the photo was shot. Then I like to go into the light and we go down to blacks. Blacks is kind of like messing with the dark colors of the photo. I don't like when my blacks are too ashy, so I kind of deepen them so you can kind of see more shadows and it adds more contrast and depth to the photo. Then I'll expose it just a little tiny bit, because shooting in RAW does take out the color and the light of the photo, so you have 100% control when you go to editing. So I'm just going to increase that just a tiny bit, and then we're going to go into details. Now details is where you sharpen, or where I sharpen, or I do this thing called noise reduction, which is basically like smoothing out the photo. So like, let's say you have a little bit too much graininess to it, you just pump that baby up and it'll smooth it right out. Especially if you have your skin showing in the photo, it'll make it look nice and smooth. So then there is sharpen. I'll sharpen my photo just a little bit because the smoothing does take out some of the detail. And then once I get those tweaked to how I like them, the perfect balance, I will save that and go into presets. Now this is the key. If you use Lightroom, make presets. I will go to the triple dots, create preset, put it under some random name, and save it. So when we go back to the other presets down below, you will see that it has dropped down into that little section. And now whenever I edit a photo, I can just come in here and click on that link or preset, and bam, that's it. So this is the product shot. We're gonna go to presets. We're gonna pick the IG one. Now as you can see, each photo isn't going to, you know, match with the preset perfectly, so you still have to make tweaks. So there's a little green right there in my hand, so we're gonna take that out. We're gonna go into the color section. We're going to go into mix up at the, oh, I guess not. Oh, yes, we are. We're going into mix. We're going to find the yellow tool, and we're going, I guess, okay, which one? Pick a color. So we're going to go more towards the red side. As you can see, all the way to the right is green, all the way to the left is red. We're going to find a nice happy medium to get out those ugly green tones. Then I will decrease my saturation slightly, just a tweak. Then that's the end of the photo. That's it. Bang, bang, boom. Presets save you time, girl, especially when you're editing like Instagram photos in bulk. Now this is the outfit photo. We're doing the same exact thing. We're cropping her out. We're gonna go to presets. We're gonna pick Instagram. Now this photo is obviously way too bright. So the first thing I'm going to do is decrease the exposure down to a nice medium of like not too bright, but still how I like my photos to look. And then also we're going to go into mix and make my skin tone more orangey ready, bring out those tones in the background as well. And then we're going to go to saturation and we're going to decrease her just a little tiny bit. And that is the outfit shot. See, everything is so much easier with presets. And then the last photo we will be working with is the selfie. Now, selfies are different because it's just, I don't know why, but editing selfies for me is kind of annoying because I like my skin tone to look the same in every photo, and every selfie has different lighting. And it's just a whole lot of. So we're gonna go into IG. That's way too bright, so we're gonna go into lights. We're gonna decrease that exposure just to get it down to a nice place, and then we're gonna go down and decrease the saturation slightly again. And then after all is said and done, we're gonna go into mix, the yellow color tab, and we're going to add more orangey ready tones to my skin and the overall photo. And that is this selfie. And that's pretty much how I do it. Now, if I have photos where my skin is a little cray-cray, we'll go into Facetune and fix that right up. Usually the things that I use in here are smooth and detailed this time around. I used to like mess around with the filters and all that other stuff they have going on, and it just got way too complicated. So now I just do some slight smoothing to my skin because I don't want to, you know, blur my whole face out. I want to make it look as realistic as possible. And then after I use smoothen, I will go into detail, and this is where I'll basically sharpen the stuff that I want to stand out, like jewelry. Sometimes I'll sharpen the highlights in the photo to make them stand out a little bit. Certain places on my clothing that I want to stand out as well. And then after that, we just save it and bang, bang, boom. That's it. Now all the photos that we edited are going to be brought into a Mosaico to be posted on Instagram. Now, when I bring them into this, I like to make sure that they match tone-wise and aesthetic-wise. And if they don't, I'll just have to re-edit them. But here you'll see I set it for 3 p.m. every single day, and it'll give me a little reminder that I need to post this photo at 3 p.m. So that is basically it. We're gonna import her into Instagram directly from the Mosaico app. So that is pretty much it. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's Brittney Stone, BrittneyYystone. Let me know your guys' Instagram down below if you want me to follow you. I will follow you. And also tell me, what are your tips and tricks for editing IG pictures, or what kind of apps do you love? Now, this little segment of the video is going to be if you don't have a DSLR and you just have kind of like a regular iPhone. So what I usually do is find something cute to take a photo of, whether that's your outfit, or you're gonna take a selfie, or you're taking a product shot. This works the best on product shots just because selfies on the iPhone look way different than selfies on a DSLR. So I usually just stick to either product shots or outfit shots when I'm using my iPhone. So you take the photo, and both of these photos we're going to import into the same app we've been using, which is Lightroom, where most of the editing takes place. Once you have a good, and also lighting is super important. You want lighting that's even and that won't make it look funky. So you're gonna find the preset, save it to the photo, and as you can see, we don't really have to do much. With the preset on the photo, it looks pretty good and like it'll match my feed, but it just needs like a little tiny bit of tweaking. So we're going to go into color, we're gonna go to the temperature, and we're going to turn her up so it's slightly warmer, and that's all we're gonna do to the photo. And then after all is said and done, we're gonna bring her into Mosaico to see how it looks with my feed. And that is how you would use your iPhone in the same steps. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and also do not forget to have a great day.